Hello and welcome to the lucky 7th edition of my vlog about bowling. This week I'm going to recap my first league session using the used Phase 1 that I picked up a couple weekends ago. First off, if you've seen some of my shorts, you'll know that 2 league sessions ago I had a really great night. I shot a 660, most of which was thrown with my Phase 2. But as I've been running into for most of the time I've been using that ball in league, it starts getting to be a little bit, really early, around the middle of game 2. I can keep moving left with it to try and get through the heads effectively, but I'm not that comfortable playing that deep yet. And even when I do, I start getting into like 10-pin city and, I want those strikes. So I had the idea to look for a ball that was similar to the Phase 2, but maybe a little bit longer, with the idea that I could use it all night long at league, and also having a good complement to the Phase 2 at tournaments, giving me a slightly different option to have between the two near the top of my bag. Based on some research, I definitely have been interested in the Zen. It is a big core with a nice long shape, but as I talked about in my prior video, there was a super used ball sale at a local pro shop. That sale had a ball which is remarkably similar to the Zen in shape, the original AX16 coverstock Phaze. I introduced that ball in the previous video, and this is my first chance to throw the ball in competition. So how did it go? Pretty well. The first game was a little rough as I was still working to get a handle on how the ball performed. I tugged it a few times, had it drop on my hand a couple times, only struck twice, so that combined with chopping a 610 for open meant I only shot 172. Also, my camera placement wasn't particularly great that game, so the footage I have from that is a bit lacking. Near the end of the first game, I moved left by about 5 boards to open up my angles a little bit, and it worked very well. I did leave 4 10 pins and 5 frames, including a 10 frame, but I adjusted a little bit more and got pretty locked in. I found it comfortable to stand on 30, aim for 13, and I was pretty much able to sit there the rest of the night with some little small adjustments here and there. The Phaze's cover lets it go a good bit longer than the Phase 2, while the big core allows it to still spin up and make a nice move to the pocket. I had a tendency still to miss outside. I missed the head pin 3 times in those games and left 1 bucket, but I only missed 1 of those spares, letting me shoot 211 and 230 across those games. I'm pretty happy with the 613 series at this point in the league, and it brings my average back up to 190 for the season. Another high note is I only missed those 2 spares mentioned above, and I was a clean 6 for 6 on 10 pins. That is a big help for my confidence right now. In the end, I am really happy with the Phase. It performed exactly as I had hoped, giving me a good look that stuck around for the entire night. Its shape was nice and round like the Phase 2, and just as continuous, but formed a little bit wider of an arc as it went further down the lane. That was just what I was looking for, and so I went with the AX16 Phase rather than the R2S version of it, or the R3X coverstock Phase 3, which is a little bit more angular than I wanted with this particular ball. My choice going forward is going to be which ball joins it in the league bag. I feel like I will be able to play this ball all night long, even if it gets fairly dry out there, which makes my IQ Emerald probably a bit redundant. I'm thinking I'll probably put the IQ Tour Solid into the league bag, which I can bring out if things get a little bit carried down or if there's some weird post-open play condition out there. They usually oil right before league, but who knows, it's still, league. So we'll see if that ends up being the right choice. Coming up, I've got 1 more league session before the end of the year, and shortly in January, I'll be bowling in the next edition of the Oracle Scratch Series at Metro Bowl in Crystal Lake. That one's going to be on a 47-foot pattern, so I'm hoping that the Insight will be ready to go by then. In the meantime, thank you for watching. As always, if you enjoy the videos, please like and subscribe, and I look forward to having you join me for the next video. Good luck, good bowling, and very soon, Happy New Year.